I have such a busy day today. I have to clean out soil bins. I have to plant some microgreens. I have to harvest some microgreens. I have to take some promo pictures of microgreens. I have to deliver microgreens. And somewhere in between all of that, I'm gonna show you my seedling setup for my garden because it's in the same room as I grow my microgreens in. And I thought it'd be interesting for you to have a look at. So I hope you'll leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Or if you see something I could be doing better, by all means, leave me a comment and let me know what you're doing as well. I'd be interested in hearing that. Before I get into that, I just got a few things to do because I've got a pretty busy day. I have to be finished harvesting by 1:30 because that's my first pickup time, and it's 9:30 now. So the way I do it is I have pickups in the afternoon and then I deliver in the evening. So lots to do. So I'm not sure if you've seen any of my recent videos, but the one where I was changing the oil and I ran into a problem with my car, I'm happy to report that the car is still working perfectly, running like a dream. So I'm in the grow room and I put on my lavalier mic just to kind of help minimize the echo. This room is really echoey and my seedlings are right over here. I just have to finish labeling up my packaging for microgreens. I got to get this rolling because I'm falling behind because I'm shooting a video, right? So I'm not sure if you've seen it, but not that long ago I did a video about how my microgreen racks are set up and how I do them. I went into a lot of detail about it. If you want to check that out, you can go ahead, but I've changed it since then to accommodate my seedlings for my outdoor garden as well. So let's go have a look. Oh, the lighting sucks in here. There we go. So I'm not sure how the lighting is here, but I just wanted to show you side by side. You know, I've got the racks here. So what I did on this one is I just dropped all the racks down, except for these ones here. This one actually used to be up here, and then this created space for me to hang my light here. And this is an actual grow light. I'll give you a closer look at that right away. And then I was able to put my seedlings down here. So you might notice a difference in the background and you might notice a difference in the sound. Turns out that my lavalier mic that I had put on to reduce the sound actually stopped working halfway through the video, and I can't figure out what's wrong with it. So it's now a couple of days later. So now I've got my stuff, my new batch germinating here, and then down here I've got my light in and I've just transplanted some seedlings. So now let's go have a closer look. Okay, so just looking closer at the rack, you can see that I dropped all of my levels down here just to create some space. And then my seedlings are all here, the ones that I started that needed light right away. And they're just sitting on top of another tray here, and then they're in a tray. And I'll give you a closer look at the seedlings right away, but I just want to show you how it's all set up. So that's all set up down there. I'll see if you can see there's 4 lights I've got going here on that lower level, and then up here you can see I've got my grow light working, and I've got some tomatoes, some of which I just transplanted into the bigger ones just from these ones because I had 2 in some of these ones, and I transferred them over to here. So that's my setup. It's pretty basic. You know, I don't have a room for a whole bunch of stuff, but I'll definitely have enough. I'm in the city here, so planting, you know, you're always limited space, but I do have some videos on ideas on how you can expand your growing space in the city if you wanted to go have a look at that. And so one of the really exciting things about this year is that a lot of these seeds came from my plants that I grew last year, because last year I decided to start going with more heirloom varieties. And so with the heirloom varieties, in case you don't know, when you harvest the seed from the fruit from those plants, you get the exact same plant, right? You know, you take the best plants, you take the ones that produce the best fruit, you take the seed, and then that's going to give you a copy of that plant basically. And so the cool thing about that is that you can end up taking the best ones that work in your environment. And so the more, all those seeds are gonna be more apt to do well in the environment. And then over the years, you really hone that in to get some really good fruit for the area that you're growing in. Now, the thing about the hybrid seeds that they sell in the stores a lot is that they take traits from different plants and put them into one plant. And so that's what you're getting. So when you replant those seeds, you harvest the seed from that plant and replant it. You don't know which parent plant that's gonna come from, right? It could be 1, 2, or 3 different varieties. So you don't always know what you're gonna get. So with the heirloom, I'm really excited about it. Really feel like I stepped up my gardening game because now this year I haven't spent anything on seeds at all because I've harvested mostly my own, and I did have some left over. The green peppers that I showed you, those are actually a hybrid, but I had them, and I don't really want to spend much money this year because things are tight, and I do have to go buy a couple of things like carrots and a couple of other things, but I'm gonna spend maybe like $15, you know, which is really cool. I actually have carrots overwintering in my garden outside, hoping that comes back up and then it produces a seed. And I have kale that I'm working on too. So these 2 plants will never produce seed in the first season. They always go to the second season. So I'm hoping to be able to harvest the carrots and the kale seeds as well. So as far as what I'm growing, I've got all tomatoes up here right now underneath the grow light here. And so these are new big dwarf beefsteak. So these create big beefsteak tomatoes, but the plants stay short. I think my plants were like 3 feet maybe under 3 feet actually. So that was pretty good. And then over here, I've got some early Annies. So these will be the first tomatoes to be ready. They're ready, I don't know, like mid-summerish, I guess, maybe even a little earlier. And then let's see, back here I've got the Pritchard Scarlet tomatoes. Pritchard Scarlet tomatoes. So these are a long-term tomato. Like these will be ready at the end of the season. Last year, I think I was harvesting them in September, early September. So those ones will take a while, but they give nice, big, juicy red tomatoes. So down on the second level, this is all kale here. I've got quite a few kale plants. I may be giving some away or selling them for a few bucks each once they're bigger. And then over here is my lettuce. This is gonna be romaine lettuce, and I've just planted some today and some 2 weeks ago that are going. So I have a white Paris Cos lettuce, it's called, and a crisp mint lettuce. So I'm just doing certain amounts. So they harvest every 2 weeks. I'll have a harvest hopefully in the summertime. And then over here, I've got these small guys here are the basil here. And then I've got kale in the front here. And then I've got some peppers in the back. So I'm doing 3 types of peppers this year. I'm doing orange pepper, and then I'm doing banana pepper, 1 banana pepper only. And then I'm doing some green pepper as well, which is actually over here that hasn't come up yet. That took 3 weeks last year. So this is just a look at the overall setting right here. You can kind of get a look at it all. And over here I have a fan as well, just to simulate the wind and everything like that. So that's it, that's the video. If you want to see what my setup looked like last year, I'll leave a link down below in the description. That actually did really good. I think I got over 20,000 views on that, so for me, that's phenomenal. And I just thought some of you would like to see the updated version of my to-be garden, my seedlings and stuff like that. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can check out my Buy Me a Coffee page for stuff. And remember the most important thing, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. All the links are down below.